back to the channel. This is your host Majestic speaking with another episode of MechWarrior Online here, and today we're going to be going through another episode of the Daily Destruction Tour, and this time we're going to be taking out the HELLBRINGER Prime, this time equipped with 2 LB5Xs and 4 ER medium lasers. So we have the 4 ER mediums between the left torso and our head, and then the 2 LB5Xs in the right torso. And immediately we're going to shoot over some laser fire. Just missed, or just ducked out of the way of that ER PPC Alpha. I believe that came from a Kodiak, if I had to guess. But we're going to swing around into Echo 6 Delta 6, hopefully join up with the rest of our team that is coming through the other entrance, and probably just take our shots as we see them. Not going to get too aggressive too soon. Probably going to scope out the area a little bit. It's very important, especially with this kind of build, when you have that shotgun capability, you can use it as suppressive fire, just from the standpoint of if a couple pellets hit your opponents, regardless of the fact of it doing a ton of damage or not, it's still going to make them back up. So ultimately, that's what we're looking for here. Now, as we peek along the side here, we're checking to see if anyone is still coming out of one of our opponent's entry points. And quick little scan here, not really seeing much of anything. I'm checking the minimap, just seeing if we have any scouts that are going to peer over and check out anything. We do have one enemy underneath taking Theta, so they do have a 3-2 cap advantage over us. But as I peer around the side here, doesn't look like there still is nothing on the radar just yet. But we're just going to stay patient. No need to get aggressive. It's very, very early in the match. Still waiting for them to make any sort of movement, because you know that they're probably going to have someone peeking up on the sides here. And yes, they do. They have this Timberwolf here, and he looks like he's already trying to check out what's going on, and we're going to get some free shots down on him. That Gauss Kodiak is back, and this time he does connect with my left torso. Already amber orange. So we were able to get some shots off on both of those guys. Able to get some free hits, but you know what? As opposed to constantly, keep peeking, we did get an extra shot off on that Timberwolf, but you know what? It's just not worth it. Trading 2-1, if that Kodiak comes back, we're going to lose a torso. So we're going to make it in our favor here, teaming up with our Ebonjag, and he's going to focus in on this Trebuchet, along with a third person that's going to focus in with artillery fire, and this Blackjack is peeking around the corner. He's going to instantly regret that. He has no idea that I have some support right next to me, and ultimately he pays the price, and we are keeping a lot of them at bay now. This Raven is checking us out. He keeps running back and forth, but we did get a little bit of a shot, a little bit of a graze on that armor on him. This Trebuchet cannot leave that position. We are completely forcing him to stay in cover, and we have this Locust in front of us, which I hope he ultimately goes for that Trebuchet, because that would completely take him out of the battle, and then we're kind of sealing off our flank. We don't have to worry about anyone peering over, and in targeting that Trebuchet, we actually managed to core his right torso. So that is going to play off huge, especially if that Locust winds up going for him. And we're just going to keep our eye on him. We don't want anything to happen. If we could take that torso off, that would be great. But there goes the Locust. The Locust is actually making a move on him. Bravo has no idea that he whipped around that corner. There goes the arm. Didn't do anything from taking off any hard points or anything, but we need to keep giving him some cover fire, so we're going to lay down some support on that HELLBRINGER, and there he goes. He probably got, yes, he did. He got some support from one of our other friendlies, but we're going to keep our focus drawn towards this Timberwolf and that HELLBRINGER. Right now, those are our 2 primary targets, and that Timberwolf is getting focused, especially from the artillery, so we took off half of his armament. This HELLBRINGER is going to make his way back towards the rest of his team, and we're going to catch him out in the open a little bit. He does lay down some fire on my arms, but I don't have any armaments in my arms, so that's totally fine. They're doing their job as some padding there, just to absorb some blows. And we're catching this Stalker now out in the open, and he has no idea that we were there. I think he was thinking that the rest of his team was going to support him. But we did get some final shots off before we ultimately overheat. But it was critical to get those shots off before that Stalker actually dove back into cover. But he's back out again, and he has his focus drawn towards one of our friendlies there. So we're going to get some free shots off, and that HELLBRINGER actually managed to take off my arm and core up my right torso. So we're going to have to keep an eye on him. Not really worth trading again. I want to err on the side of caution and maybe whip around the other side. Let's check out the other side. I can see that we have some support, you know, in the middle. We have some on the right flank, and I don't think any of our opponents are actually taking advantage of the fact that a majority of my team that's remaining is actually on the right side of the map, so they could technically get into our left flank. But in targeting or focusing up on our opponents now, we have this Kodiak that looks like he is up top on this platform here, and he's going to get a shot in on me, but we have our friendly Locust is back. He actually made it back up onto the platform, and that Kodiak is 100% distracted right now, completely cored, which is going to give us the opportunity to get some final shots in, and ultimately, my team is going to help me out. Hopefully, we can get the kill here, and there he goes. We finally got the kill shot on that Kodiak that was plaguing us. Thank God, because that was that dual ERPPC Gauss Kodiak, and man, he was just laying into us. Now we're going to take advantage of this Black Knight, which we saw a little earlier in the round, but now we're going to be able to core him up completely. Our team is running around on his left flank, and I'm going to take him on his right flank, and there we go. Teamwork ultimately getting the kill. Now, we do have another assault right underneath us on that ramp, but he ultimately gets taken out. But then there goes my right torso, and that HELLBRINGER is back yet again. Hotel is still alive. He takes out both of my LB5Xs, so I have 4 medium lasers to deal with. I have my friendly, though. This catapult is running in to try and tank some damage for me. And there we go. We're just firing off these mediums. Going to use that cool shot so that we can stay cool and hopefully get the kill on this guy. And there he goes. Finally, Hotel goes down, and not only do we get the kill, but we also get the supply cache. Holy crap, did that escalate quickly towards the end, ultimately capping off the round. We're cored up, but here come the results. 2 kills, 6 assists, 866 damage with 7 components destroyed. Let's look at the rest of the team and our opponents, and we topped the leaderboards from a damage perspective. Holy cow, what a round. But that's going to do it for this episode of MechWarrior Online. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this LB5X 4 medium HELLBRINGER Prime build. I appreciate all the support. Please feel free to leave any comments, questions, concerns, or suggestions below, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Take care, guys.